Today's story is Ugly Duckling. Once upon a time, baby ducks broke egg from a palm in a small village. And very ugly duckling was born from the strange egg. Oh my, look at her. She's so ugly. That kind of face can make sense.
I can't be loved because I'm ugly. There is no animal here like me. But if I go somewhere else, can I make friends?
For this reason, the ugly duckling wandered outside the farm. Then happened to see a wonderful swan.
I also won't be such a beautiful swan like that. But I'm just an ugly duckling.
It's already winter outside. The ugly duckling, who was wandered in search of friend, spent the winter alone. But old man passing by accidentally saw an ugly duckling and took her to his home.
Oh, what a fool! You are ugly, but poor duckling. I'll keep you warm during this winter. Come here to my house.
But the children in the house teased with the ugly duckling, and they made the whole house a mess. But old man thought it's the fault of ugly duckling, so he decided to kick her out again.
You look fool, but you're a troublemaker. Get out of here. Don't ever come back.
After kicked out of old man's house, ugly duckling went outside. But while the ugly duckling didn't know, spring came outside. Finally, there was no one around the ugly duckling. But at that time, accidentally, she looked her face in the pond.
Oh, who's this pretty swan? Am I the beautiful swan reflected in the pond? Really? I can't believe it!
You don't seem to know how beautiful you are, do you? You have become a beautiful swan. Let's go together with us. The ugly duckling got hard time of being teased by everyone and having no friend at first. But finally, she became a wonderful swan. I'm sure some of the friends who are listening to this story having a hard time. Everyone, it's hard right now, but you'll all be able to become a swans. Today's story is Dried Persimmon and Tiger. Once upon a time, winter came deep in the mountains. It snowed all day for several days in winter. So, the big tiger, who lived in the mountain, couldn't feed and was starving for days. I can't stand it anymore. I should go down to the village and hunt. The tiger, who came down to the village at that night, saw a cow sleeping in a one remote house. Oh, that cow must be delicious! And the tiger strode and slowly, sneakily approaching to the cow.
Oh, my baby! Stop crying!
A mother was comforting a crying child in the room.
Stop, my pretty baby! Stop crying! There's a scary tiger outside!
You I'm outside. Boom.
Oh my! You're not going to stop. Even if I do this, then I draw you to that scary tiger.
Oh, I'm so lucky. I just have to keep my mouth open. While the tiger was waiting with his mouth open, the baby was crying loudly, regardlessly. Baby, are you still not scared of me? I'm getting angry. I'm going to eat you.
Oh my baby still doesn't stop. Here is dried persimmons. If you eat this, you stop crying.
Then the baby stopped crying. Then suddenly, the tiger got scared. Is there anyone else in the world scarier than this tiger? Who is this dried persimmons? Let's buy with me. At this time, a thief was coming over the wall to steal a cow like a tiger, and the thief accidentally fell on the tiger's back. However, the tiger thought the dried persimmon was on his back and started running away. Save this tiger! Dried persimmons are hanging on my back! The thief, who somehow climbed on the back, got off the tiger's back and fell on the tree, and the tiger ran around the mountain pass and stopped near the village. Have you ever messed up your work by misunderstanding like a silly tiger? Everyone, let's do everything slowly and well. Today's story is Happy Prince. Once upon a time, there was a big village. There was a statue of a happy prince in this village. The statue of a happy prince was covered with gold, with sapphires in its eye, and rubies in its sword handle. And this happy prince liked to look down at village and thought. So happy prince used to look down village. Then one summer, a small mouse came to the village. The mouse sometimes rested near the happy prince. Then on a rainy day, the mouse accidentally looked up at the sky, but the happy prince was crying. Prince, why are you crying? Can you tell me why you are crying? Yes, Red. Poor people live everywhere in our village, but I'm sad that I can't help. So I was crying because I was sad. I think I'll be happy if I can help them. Red, can you help me? Yes, Prince. Of course I'll help you. How can I help you? Remove the jewels from my eyes and the handle of sword and bring them to the purse over there. Then the mouse removed the jelly from the prince's eye and sword and delivered it to the purse. He was very happy to receive the jelly. Prince, as you said, I handed over the jewels. Are you happy now? Yes, but there are still a lot of poor people, so I want you to help me. So little by little, gold was taken from the prince's body and distributed to the poor. People were very happy when they received the gold. The prince's body suddenly lost its golden color. Time has passed and winter has come. In winter, the mouse dies and the happy prince has no gold at all. People thought such a happy prince statue was ugly and threw it away. So the prince seemed to be dead. God saw this by chance, and God rewarded the mouse and the prince.
You guys have helped others by giving up on yourself. You deserve to be happy.
And it is said that the happy prince statue and the mouse lived happily ever after. The happy prince statue and the mouse gave up their precious things, suffered, and helped others. Those of you who are listening to this story will also see a lot of people who face difficulties. If you share a little bit of yours every time it happens, you will definitely be happy. Today's story is Gassy Daughter-in-law. Once upon a time, a Gassy daughter-in-law lived in a village, but daughter-in-law endured hard to look good to her parents-in-law. Daughter-in-law's face became purple after holding back her part for such a long time, and parents-in-law were surprised and asked daughter-in-law, "Oh, my daughter-in-law, are you sick? You don't look so good."
I actually wanted to part, but I couldn't. So this is what happened.
Part should not be a disease. Part as much as you want. So, now, the daughter-in-law parted freely. Then, household items blew away. I didn't know part would be this bad. In this way, there is no housekeeping left. I can't do this anymore. So the daughter-in-law parted once and was dragged back home by her father-in-law. While heading home, father-in-law and daughter-in-law, who were lost, rested under a pear tree. Oh, the pear looks delicious, but I can't pick it because it's too high. I'm so thirsty.
I pick it and give it to you. Just a moment, please.
How powerful the daughter-in-law's part was, and as soon as she parted, a pear dropped from the tree. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking straight. Your part will be very useful. Let's go back home. That's how daughter-in-law came back to her in-laws and lived well. And she was in charge of picking all the fruits in the village. By the way, a gassy merchant came to the village where daughter-in-law lives. I heard that there's someone who parts incredibly well at this home. I'm confident in parting. Let's have a match. A part contest between the merchant and the daughter-in-law, the two Gassy, was held. First, the merchant parted. Then, the pottery rose into the sky. Then, the daughter-in-law also parted and prevented the pottery from falling to the ground. The two Gassy had been floating pottery for an hour. Oh, I'm exhausted. What an amazing woman. I'm going to run away. Oh my god. The merchant who lost strength eventually ran away. The daughter-in-law won the match.
Yahee! I best part ever.
My daughter-in-law is the best of best. Those who hear this story may have one disadvantage each, like the daughter-in-law in the story. However, like the daughter-in-law's part, all disadvantages can be advantages. Don't worry too much. The today's story end.